If your mind were a boxer, how many rounds could it last against Mike Tyson? There have been moments when life threw punch after punch at you, knocking you down until you were convinced you could never get back up, and control completely slipped through your fingers. Or moments when it felt like the whole world had united against you, placing burdens on your shoulders too heavy to carry. While everyone else seemed to stand tall in the storm, do you remember those moments when you felt powerless and defenseless, like a leaf tossed in the slightest wind? Do you remember those sleepless nights, angry at yourself, asking, why am I so weak? Or why can't I be strong like the others? Know this, you are not alone. I have been at the bottom of that dark well too, desperate looking for a way out and falling into despair. I used to crumble at the smallest criticism, feeling like the most worthless person in the world over the slightest failure, blaming myself for days. We were always told to be strong, but no one ever told us how to build that strength or warned us about difficulties we would face along the way. But later, when I dedicated myself to psychology and neuroscience, I learned a vital truth. Resilience is not a gift you are born with. Today, I will share 10 practical ways to dance in life storms and build your mental resilience like a muscle. By the end of this video, you will step out of the victim role and become the unshakable commander of your own life. If you are ready, take a deep breath. Let's courageously awaken the warrior sleeping inside you together. First, understand this. Feeling fragile doesn't mean your character is weak or inadequate. The problem isn't you. The problem is your brain's ancient survival software, which is programmed to focus on the negative. Science proves that, thanks to neuroplasticity, we can actually rewire our brains and learn new ways of thinking. So the thought, I am too sensitive, I can't do it, is not a biological fact, but just a lie your brain tells you. Now, let's examine the 10 strategic steps to build the mental armor you need to handle life's blows. The first way, radical acceptance. You must end your war with reality and adopt a solution-oriented mindset. The biggest reason we suffer is the energy we waste resisting what has already happened, asking, why me? You cannot stop the rain by yelling at the sky. A resilient person simply opens his umbrella and keeps walking. Acceptance is not defeat. It's the fundamental first step of change. Taking the wheel and saying, I accept full responsibility. The second way, recognize your sphere of control. Save your energy for things you can change and stop agonizing over things you cannot. As the Stoics said, thousands of years ago, you cannot control the traffic or what others think. That is simply impossible. But determining how you react to traffic or criticism is 100% under your control, and that's your true power. Wasting mental energy on things you cannot change is like trying to row a boat against a violent current. The third critical point, reframe failure. If you view mistakes through the lens of I am learning, you turn into a complete winner. Resilient people grow by saying, "This method didn't work, let's try another way," instead of saying, "I am a failure." This is what Carol Dweck calls the growth mindset. Every fall is actually a stepping stone that carries you closer to the summit. The fourth way, show yourself compassion. Do not crush yourself under those stepping stones. You must be your own greatest support. When a friend makes a mistake, you say, "We will handle it. I'm with you," instead of calling them stupid. So, why are you so ruthless with yourself? Research shows that people with self-compassion recover from a trauma and become stronger much faster. Trying to motivate yourself by beating yourself up is like scalding a flower to make it grow. You can only help it with water and sunlight. The fifth way, build confidence with micro habits. Trying to start a revolution overnight will only make you give up early. So, just win a small victory every day. Simple actions like making your bed, reading 10 pages, send a clear message to your brain. I will keep my promises. Accumulating these small victories builds the self-confidence that lets you say, "I can handle this," when big difficulties arise. If this small steps approach makes sense to you, like this video now and show everyone that we are not alone. The sixth way, social connection and asking for help. Never deprive yourself of the social support available to you. We are biologically tribal creatures. Holding someone's hand in hard times instantly lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. The belief that I must do everything alone is a subconscious trap that will sabotage your mental growth. True strength is having the courage to your vulnerability, being able to say, "I am struggling, I need help," reminds us that we are truly human. The seventh way, find meaning and purpose. As Viktor Frankl said, "Who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." When you suffer, don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, ask, "What's this pain teaching me, and who can I serve with this experience?" When you turn pain into purpose, you strip it of the power to destroy you and becomes wisdom you carry in the future battles. The eighth way, solidify your physical foundation. Never expect efficiency from a body that's sleepless and hungry. Sleep and nutrition are your base. Your body is the temple of your mind. If you use bad fuel, your mind will stall when climbing steep hills. Exercise doesn't just strengthen your muscle. It biologically strengthens your willpower and capacity to cope with stress. The ninth way, use humor as a weapon. You cannot approach everything analytically, or you will turn into a robot and become rigid. Being able to laugh, even in the darkest moments, signals to your brain, "This situation hasn't defeated me. I'm still in control." Use humor intelligently, not to ignore your problems, but to look down on them and say, "This too shall pass." The 10th and the most important way, learn to say no and draw boundaries. Deciding who you allow into your energy field is not selfishness, it's power. You shouldn't exhaust your resilience by saying yes to everything. Real resilience isn't saying yes until you burn out. It's knowing how to save your energy for the battles that truly matter. When you say no to energy vampires disguised as friends, you are saying a huge yes to your own mental health and future. Now pause and think. Which of these 10 ways have you neglected, leaving you feeling tired today? Answer honestly in the comments. Mental resilience is not a jackpot you win overnight. It's a process, it's a training, and a journey that requires patience. Be patient with yourself. You cannot break years of fragility in a single day, but you can start today. You will fall, and you might be defeated many times, but what matters is not how many times you fall, but that you get up every single time. Like the Japanese art of kintsugi, fill your broken parts with gold and carry your scars proudly, like your most valuable medals. You should carry your fractures not as weaknesses, but as medals proving you survived the training of your mind. Feel that unextinguishable fire inside you. It brought you here, and it will carry you safely into tomorrow. You are not a victim, and you are not a prisoner of circumstance. You are a hero, rewriting your own story every day. Please never forget this truth. The deeper a tree's roots, the more resilient it is. No matter how hard the storm blows, the tree with deep roots doesn't fall. Your roots are deeper with your values, your belief, and these 10 strategies you learned today. Our compass at Mentalraum is small and continuous steps. We are often shown only big leaps, but great successes is a combination of small steps. Don't forget to subscribe to join Mentalraum family. Share the topic you want next in the comments, and stay strong until then.